Hello, my name is Jeff Rolka. I want to thank you for checking out my video. This is a little bit of a different practice. And what it is kind of a vocalization. And we've got the 5 cardinal vowels as part of our melody. But it's also about harmonization and being able to practice harmonizing. Oftentimes, learning to harmonize is a lot about finding the first note that you're going to sing and then finding the line that follows it. Now, generally speaking, when you're harmonizing with someone, you're going to follow their line. As they go up, you'll go up. As they go down, you'll go down. There are other times when you have different kinds of motion, but generally speaking, we're going to do that kind of a thing until we need to do something different. So this is a practice in that. Ultimately, it would be great if when we did this, we wouldn't have to stop. So we're going to play the chord changes 3 times consecutively and start first on the tonic, the second time on the third, and the final time on the fifth. I'm going to show you how this is going to go. It sounds like this. Take a pause. Now the third. And now the fifth. Now, right out of the gate, I can see how that might be a little challenging. So I'm going to give you the starter tones that you're going to be starting on instead of just flowing through the chord changes willy-nilly without pausing. But ultimately, that's what we would be going for, is that nice flow. So you can pick whatever octave is most comfortable for you, and I'll give you a few octaves to choose from each time we change. Before we dive in, thank you if you've chosen to subscribe. I really appreciate it. It really helps the channel. If you haven't yet, hope you'll do so now. There are lots of other ways to support my channel. Those are in the comments. I mean, they're not in the comments, they're in the description. Sorry about that. So, for starters, let's begin there. So, most people will either start there or there. 1, 2, ready, and... Now the next pitch is one of those two. 1, 2, ready, and. And now, one of those two, and. Change keys. Starting there. 1, 2, ready, and. Now. 1, 2, ready, and. Those are your next pitches. 2, ready, and. And now we change keys. 1, 2, ready, and. One, two, ready, and. There's your next pitch. 2, ready, and. Now we're changing keys. 1, 2, ready, and. And now. 1, 2, ready, and. Changing to finally the 5th here. 1, 2, ready, and. Now we're going to change keys again. 1, 2, ready, and. There's your next pitch. 2, ready, and. One, 2, ready, and. Changing keys. Keeping in mind that you can switch octaves at any time, so maybe the first 2 are fine, but maybe you want to go down. For that final one. Switch octaves when you want to, or try both and see what feels best to you. Either one might be the one that you need for the next harmony that you have to sing. 1, 2, ready, and. Next pitch, 2, ready, and. Finally, 1, 2, ready, and. Now, hopefully, you're getting the hang of this, because now I'm going to go back to where I started, and I'm not going to give you the guide tones in between each of them. You can always go back and practice that first section to get a better practice of finding root, third, fifth, but this way too you'll get that nice flowing practice through the exercise. So let's come back here. 1, 2, ready, and. Now the third. Fifth. Changing keys. 1, 2, ready, and. fifth, coming up. Changing keys. One, two, root, and. Third, coming up, and. And finally the fifth. Changing keys. One, two, ready, and. Third. Fifth, coming up, and. Changing keys. Root. One, two, ready, and. Third, coming up, and. Fifth, and. Changing keys. And. One, two, root, and. Two, third. Fifth, and. Changing keys. And. One, two, ready, and. Third, and. Fifth, and. Changing keys. One, two, ready, and. Now the third. The fifth, coming up, and. Changing keys, and. One, two, ready, and. The third, and. And finally the fifth, and. Changing keys, and 1, 2, ready, and the third, fifth, and changing keys, one, two, ready, and third, fifth, and changing keys, 1, 2, and 1, 2, tonic, and third, fifth, there you go. I did this because I was thinking about working on vocalizations and also harmonizations in really, really commonly used chord progressions. So if this sounds kind of familiar, it's because it's all over the place. It is 1, 5, 6. I guess there's an additional 5 chord in there, so it's really 1, 5, 6, 5, 4 in Roman numerals. But what I've done is I've used chordal inversions in my left hand, in the bass hand, to give it that nice descending bass sound. So I want to do more videos like this that work on kind of commonly, let's not call them common. Let's call them immediately available harmonic starting points for harmonizations, so that if you've got a melody that's utilizing one of these very, very commonly used chord progressions, you'll be able to get in there really fast and start your harmony part so that you can get back to making music and having a good time. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really hope this helps. My name is Jeff. Take really good care of your voices. Enjoy singing. And hopefully we'll see you again. Bye.